I made it. I made it to the river. Took me 3 weeks hiding from the man in the south, but I made it. I made it to the river. Freedom's just across there. Underground railroad. What they talking about? Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank God Almighty. There's the bridge. There's a long drop down there. I gotta make it over to the old bridge. Final tale in the journey of the Underground Railroad. Free at last, free at last. I've been chased by the plantation owners. I've been beaten down by the KKK. I've dealt with every southern redneck racist, degenerate, fanatical pig that you can imagine. Here I am. Freedom. Freedom. Just across the river. America, land of the free, my skinny black ass. And those southern Republicans, the Republican corporate whore party, disgraceful, scandalous, dirty tricks, evil men, driven by greed and power, silver spoon trust fund babies that don't deserve the sweat off my balls, let alone to be leaders of this country. You got yours coming, motherfuckers. Take a right from the old church tower, that's what they told me. This is the future site of the Harriet Tubman Museum. That was the hard part. So up those stairs and across the bridge, and I can escape Republican America. They made this country into the United Suckers of America. I'm on my way. What do you mean, card holders only? Why can't we all just get along? White, black, gray, yellow, brown, red. Testing, testing. Call from Frank from Albuquerque to Reverend Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive.
20. You owe more than...
Here, wake up, everybody. Have you voted?
You owe more than...
Here, wake up, everybody. Have you voted? Wow. Did you take advantage of early voting? And will you be voting on Tuesday? Are you ready to vote? We are here. We're finally here after the long, hard slog. The presidential election of 2012 is just 2 days away. Two days away. What is going to happen? It looks like it's going to be a nail-biter, according to the Reuters Ipsos poll. This race remains essentially tied, 47% for the president, 46% for Governor Romney. And razor-thin margins are in Virginia, Florida, Colorado, and Ohio. And in this past week, Reverend Jackson, we've had some game changers. Hurricane Sandy, the jobs numbers. Why don't you take it from here, Reverend?
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm here in Cincinnati today. I'll be in Cincinnati today visiting churches and rallies, get out the vote rallies today in Cincinnati. On to Columbus, Ohio tonight at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, then Akron, Youngstown, back to Columbus on tomorrow for Tuesday, rather, for a big turnout. So we're in the middle of it all. Last week we were in North Carolina, in Nelbida, and in Newport News, Norfolk, Virginia, as well as in Florida. In just the past week, we see things are being affected in a great measure by Hurricane Sandy. This issue of these very long lines, Tanya, troubles me. It's waited for this day for a long time, across the centuries. And then we have the right to be a juror, the right to elect judges and sheriffs and county execs and state representatives and congresspeople and senators and the president. We have power. China, with its awesome power, and India cannot elect the American president. We have the power to elect the most powerful government in the whole world. Don't miss this moment. And call me. Have you voted yet? Have you met any impediments to your voting? Let the whole world know about it. There's Frank from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Good morning, Frank. Frank, good morning.
On this voter suppression thing, is there a better definition of traitor than those who would corrupt or suppress the vote for personal gains? My God, I hope we hold all these criminals accountable. But I wanted to say, I want to blame the news media for not keeping an informed electorate. It just takes my breath away that half my fellow Americans believe voting for Mitt, the lying vulture Romney, is a good idea. It seems these delusional Republicans and conservatives, they forget that we tried it your way and it was a miserable, mind-numbing failure. It turned all the average Americans into debt slaves, the United Suckers of America. We tried it under 8 years of Bush and Cheney. We had a Republican-controlled Congress from 1994 to 2006, and there was dirty results speak for themselves. We got to take them down. We got to take them down now, Reverend.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
Are you voting for Romney?
Hell no.
I'm just trying to see where you're coming from.
Why do they always blame the news media? You know what? To some degree, the fact that we have a media that does give the two sides, they claim there's two sides to a story when what really sometimes is just the truth. And even when we talk about whether or not inmates or ex-felons should vote, can you imagine the headline, Reverend Jesse Jackson wants prisoners to vote. And that's how they'll go at it instead of this idea of you're still a citizen even when you're incarcerated.
Well, they use their dirty tricks, Reverend Jackson.
The highlight is that this is simply about access to the ballot, enfranchising people. The whole point of our democracy, the way that it works, is if everybody who is an eligible citizen is allowed to vote. It doesn't work any better. And
that's the real point. What, it used to be you could only vote.
And trying to get beyond those politics, that's a better way.
But there are people who are on this show at this very moment who do precisely that in the news media. I'm just, certainly I understand his point, but there's this tendency to always lay it at the feet of the media. And boy, you got Bob there who's been writing about this for a very long time. I don't tend to, in my column, take two positions. I think I've been pretty clear. So there's a lot of the news media out there who get this.
Voter suppression should be a crime. A crime.
Mainstream. A lot of these anchors that we hear, and maybe some of that, and a lot of times you have to go outside the box. You can't be just listening to one format. You got to listen to multiple formats.
But Bob, I think also though that in the context they had a debate, in Denver, and the moderator goes to great lengths and says, "I'm in charge. I'm the one thought of all these questions myself." They never mentioned one word about semi-automatic weapons and violence next to the Aurora, Colorado, and Columbine. Did they have a debate in Kentucky? The moderator goes through the same process out to the borders by myself. And don't mention poverty.
The only thing that really matters for Republicans is that in 2012 we sent them to hell. That's right. It's accountability time, motherfuckers. You're gonna get yours, you fucking evil fascist bastards, you greed-stricken, power-mad, silver spoon, trust fund baby con artist. You're going down.
7%. They say it's worse for men. I can vouch for it. To qualify it, no, I couldn't say. John Bowen is looking for a marketing job, and so is Jennifer Chenault.
I've been laid off since July. Early July.
They both are struggling with their current circumstances. My mentality is I'm willing to take whatever I can get.
There are Mondays that come around and my husband will call me at 10:30 and say, "Are you okay?" Because I know it's hard on a Monday not to go to work.
For most of the millions of people looking for work, it doesn't really matter which group has been hardest